Now, the Ukraine conflict is showing no signs of abating. The West and Moscow, both sides are ramping up presence of troops around Ukraine. In the latest, Britain is now preparing to offer NATO major military assistance against Russia's military maneuvers in the region. British Prime Minister Boris Johnson announced that UK will offer NATO a major deployment of troops, weapons, warships and jets in Eastern Europe to deal with Russia's rising hostility. The offer, which is likely to be made to the military chiefs next week, could see London double the approximately 1,150 UK troops, which are currently stationed in Eastern European countries. Now, this announcement by Boris Johnson comes just days ahead of his scheduled call with Russian President Vladimir Putin. Now, along with Britain, France will also be sending several hundreds of its troops to Romania as a part of a possible deployment on NATO's eastern flank. Now, during a radio interview, French Defense Minister Florence Parly said that France needs to reassure Romania, which continues to remain in a high-tension zone. Earlier, US announced that it will also send a small number of its soldiers to Eastern Europe. US says that Russia will likely invade Ukraine by mid-February. American officials have also reported that Russian buildup near Ukraine includes supplies of blood for the wounded, further raising concerns that the West troop buildup comes as Russia continues strengthening its military presence near the Ukrainian border. Russian soldiers have surrounded Ukraine from 3 sides. There are more of them at the border now. The initial estimate was around 100,000. Russia now has 60 battalion groups. How many soldiers? Anywhere between 112,000 to 120,000. It is believed that Moscow will send more troops. Medical and logistic networks are being put in place too. Moscow continues to send its troops to Belarus for joint military drills. Now, a 10-day exercise all set to begin on the 10th of February. These drills are all aimed at practicing coordinating allied forces. In February, the conflict could escalate as Russia will hold military exercises with Belarus. That's another neighbor of Ukraine. Belarus is on Russia's side. It has been receiving Russian troops and weapons. And this is significant because analysts say that Russia can directly target Kiev. The drills could build more pressure on the West as well. Belarus authoritarian ruler Alexander Lukashenko has so far maintained that the country is not interested in a war. He, however, warns that a conflict will only erupt if Belarus or its ally Russia were directly attacked. Listen in.
Так будет война или нет? Да, она будет. Но только в 2 случаях. Если против Беларуси будет совершена прямая агрессия. Если против нашей Беларуси будет развязана горячая война. Мы все как один. И даже те, кто не хочет, станут на защиту нашей земли и нашего Отечества. И второй момент, когда быть в войне, и Беларусь будет в ней участвовать, если на нашего союзника, Российскую Федерацию, осуществят непосредственное нападение, и такая же агрессия будет совершена против территории Российской Федерации. Основа тому – наши союзные договоренности. Общество.
Moscow reiterates that it is all for a peaceful solution and that they have consistently chosen diplomacy for decades and will continue to do so. It has also clarified that Russia will not allow anyone to hamper its interests and that it sees no room for compromise on its demands.